This city is consuming itself, Vic. I can't let them do it anymore. You know, Vic, you're always the best, but you grew from a point no one else understands. You know that? Nothing made sense in this world.
Oz, what are you talking about?
Well, look at big time, this time.
Oz, where are you going?
To the top, Vic. How about we get you the new suit? You'll need it to election day.
Welcome to the new series where we analyze where exactly our favorite characters fall into. Welcome to the new series where we analyze our favorite characters into which political landscape they would fall themselves into. Is this a video of circumstance that invalidates the current world? I sure hope so. Though let's be honest, all creations of opinions such as art are inherently political, so even if I tried, I couldn't change a thing. Sorry. Anyways, hello boys from people around the world, my name is Star-Punz. Make a political commentary, said the dumbass with the audience grown from a SMG4 video. We'll review just exactly how the Penguin would approach the citizens of Gotham City and where we would have to follow his ideology and what party. Now, the Penguin has been a really good show as of lately, so I really want to dive into it. With its intentions of building up to the mayor, I think we're gonna get something good. Okay. Let's review the facts. Oswald Cobb, or Cobblepot in comments known by In the Face of Gotham, to be the man of the people. Without being sick to your stomach just by looking at him, you have to take into consideration his own rising. Being brought on by the lower class in the true heart of Gotham City, he always strived for the betterment of his own family. He drowned his own brothers to death. Cares deeply and dearly for those around. He left his mother in a vegetative state forever haunted by her trauma. And always looked out for the little guy. In time, he killed his most loyal partner in the world, looted his corpse, and left his ID to drown in the same waters as his family. Batman, I need you to break this bird's nose into a lock-picking paperclip. Please. Yeah, Oz has genuinely no sense in humanity within him. His needs, his wants, his ambitions. If he speaks to you to any regard, you are another stepping stone and a means of producing another step in his plans. He has no morality at all, as evident in the last episode. Back against the wall, his mother's life on the verge of losing her Nitro-type streak record, he could give less of a fuck if the truth would give him the keys to the city. He will stand by the morals he placed in his illusion. The conclusion to the series illustrates that more than anything. And you might be wondering, well, what specifically? The bat signal? His mother's torture? Vit's death? No, the dance. He embraces his fantasy where everything he has done, every frivolous means of concealing the truth, simply held together by the souls of the devil, dancing away in solitude. So yeah, whichever party he supports is hard to say considering he's an evil scumbag. He could really fit anywhere. So taking more of an outwards approach, we can see which people would align more with him. He gives jobs to the coastal residents of Gotham City after the sudden flooding by the Riddler. I mean, that has got to be the funniest thing ever. Imagine your Batman in your universe, in the multiverse, losing to the pettiest, egotistical, loser-enticed villain ever. A 4chan user. Background tried with his more Spanish background and clear despise for the upper class and having to get his hands dirty to help the underbelly and is being generous. It can be seen that he can go from a more diverse class of people in Gotham. The citizens, who really are the ones even able to contribute most of the vote in Gotham, as they're doing it more in fear than to fix anything. The Penguin is beautiful and a mastercraft of bullshit. When there is a means to an end, he can talk his way out of it from positions most people would be stuffed into panels than see another day. I can say again, it's hard, but from a moral standpoint, I would see more democratic? It's hard because again, the entire show is to elaborate on just how evil and corrupted the gluttons of Gotham can be. But someone representing for the people from a lower class no one else should understand, that is a story that will fly better in the polls than Bella Ray being able to become elect from a battle royale, only to have the storm come in the first day of office. Yeah, it's not a good look. In her appearances, we don't actually get much of her character. She is, from as far as we can see, this good Samaritan who wants to help people. It's almost uncomfortable to see someone so nice that it gives off the idea, as Penguin said himself, they're born full. They don't know what it's like to starve. I can't believe I just quoted the Penguin, oh my god. Which is why we have such a jaded expression viewing her. Face to face with the pinnacle of what Gotham can be. We all know Oz is running for mayor, so to see a stark contrast in their methods will be a lot more interesting in the following season. Okay, wait. Very, very unneeded rant. I just realized, if the Batman uses the Court of Owls, which it is almost always placed in a background, alright? It's levels of foreshadowing we're never going to anticipate. If we get the same kind of twist as The Dark Knight Rises, I think I might get a shotgun for a haircut. Now, what exact methods will he use to persuade the souls of the punished? Well, something like this isn't unbelievable. Imagine. Anyways, in case you didn't know, I have a commission form where you can directly support me. I will include the link in the description. It will collect your email and response data after the transaction is complete. Don't worry, all information collected will be deleted. I have an Instagram and TikTok page as well as the Tumblr. Still trying to figure out whatever the hell that is, but you know, however the mess works, please come and support me. Thank you for your time. Chanting rallies began as the Penguin persuaded his name across the streets of Gotham, notably the chants in Crown Point, even deducing a parade is in his honor, with a fat man dressed with the costume at display wearing a top hat and monocle, while women wore penguin suits and danced with umbrellas. This didn't give much hope within the citizens, as his ties with the higher power within the streets of Gotham led to the power coming back. And it can lead into the feelings of homes, warranting jobs for the restless. Deserving of the name he ties himself to, the Francis organization places his name in honor of the statue donated by himself, with the quote, "Discipline is doing what you hate, what you must do, by doing it like you love it. Discipline is how you succeed." Which is actually a quote by Mike Tyson, but who is really keeping track? He would perform stunts at rallies such as showboating the workers of Gotham, giving them jobs at his deposition on the spot to make ends meet, awarding anyone in the crowd with hordes of cash and an umbrella due to the major spikes in storming, flood. Each one with the head of the Penguin in the end to promote his campaign. Many of the laborers voted, noticing a percentage of them from the outcasts of the land, whilst most Republican voters were held within the city. The transformation of the Riddler has tainted her polls, leaving her with all of the cleanup. Failing to do so would result in the cutting of many lives. The Penguin began bringing in his own workers of his company, Umbrella, to help those in need with financial and suffice aid. Truly a telling of a masterful leader. The Star-Punz show asks Bruce Wayne as to any comments, but his butler says he has a hole left him after the events of this flooding. How tragic. The Penguin rallies in a whopping 280 votes, leaving Bel Real in shambles. As we strive for a continued nature between us all. In further news, the Batman has still not been cited in the wake of our tragedy. No comments have been made by the GCPD, but when you look upon the sky, you'll see his name. Do you have any conflicting ideas as to how the Bird in the Test would proceed with his campaign? I mean, sure, we are clearly having what is essentially a debate about a fat criminal whose arch nemesis is a depressed furry, but come on, I mean, like, the most fantastical part about all this is that the people will allow a crook to run for any position. Hey guys, I know there's a lot going on in the world right now on a serious note, so I really want to approach more of these videos in a more lighthearted note, but also I like political history, it's pretty interesting. So if you want a further deep dive, I would be into it. I've been binge watching Little Eagle recently, and he's been having a mental breakdown as of lately. I'm so sorry for what they're doing to you, my goat. Any other characters you would like to discuss on how they would put themselves in the political atmosphere? I'm already thinking of Cell, but at that point it would be more of a hostage situation. Please leave down in the comments how you would want to see